Well, between gatherings with friends and family, the holiday season can be stressful, even in the happiest of times. For those grieving the loss of a loved one, a broken relationship, or even a career setback, the season can be especially challenging. Well, one thing we know is for certain that there is no right way or wrong way to grieve. Joining me now to talk more about this is CU College of Nursing's Assistant Professor, Heather Coates, and Associate Professor of Clinical Teaching, Carrie Peterson. Thank you both so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
We know this is kind of a tough topic, but what are the signs of grief? Walk us through a little bit, because some people may be experiencing it and not even realizing it, just thinking that they're down.
Yes, and everyone grieves differently. So like you said, there's no right or wrong way to grieve, and the way grief presents is going to look different for each person, and it could be physical, emotional, spiritual ways that they're grieving. So it could be things like sadness, anger, feelings of guilt, but also more physical manifestations with changes in appetite, difficulty sleeping or concentrating. And many people are familiar with these kind of stages of grief, but really there's no set path and stages that people go through when they're grieving, and it can look different. And even within an individual person, it kind of changes from day to day. There could be good days, bad days for each person.
Yeah, it could circle back around too, right? After
Yes.
a couple days. Let's talk about the holidays. You know, we always think of it being joyful and merry and bright, right? But that isn't always the case for everyone, especially for people that have lost a loved one and they may be going through it alone.
Sure.
Or really feeling that. Why the holidays so much? Why is it so difficult?
I mean, I think the holidays bring back those memories of if there's a person that you've lost that's not there with you this holiday. So I think it's important, and we've talked about this a lot, Carrie and I, to really just name that with the people that are around you, friends, family, you know, that I'm missing this person, I'm grieving this person, and different holidays, not just this holiday, but holidays throughout the year. That first one can be especially hard, and then as you move through those, we've talked about, you know, there are ways you can actually do extra things to really remember that person during that time. Maybe it was, for using my example, a grandma's recipe, because my grandma's no longer with me. And so let's cook grandma's recipe and let's eat grandma's food and remember grandma in that time. So thinking about the special ways that even though you may have sadness and loss, you can still have that memory to kind of grieve through. And then as a family unit or friend unit, you know, you're having that kind of grief support group, if you will, together.
And we always say too, feel how you feel, right?
Yeah.
Just settle in with it and don't try to mask it or cover it up or pretend that that's not going on inside of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you both so much for being with us. We appreciate you both. So important to talk about, especially right now, and realize that that there is help out there too. There always is, and people to talk to, and make sure that you do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you both, ladies. And if you would like to learn more about the services that are provided from the CU College of Nursing, head to cbscolorado.com. Mikaela.